Fried rice is one of my favorite meals, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vegetable fried rice. I'm going to start by rinsing my rice. For this recipe, I'm using jasmine rice. You can also use long grain white rice. And I'm rinsing the rice because I want to remove any excess starch so that the fried rice does not come out sticky and the grains are nice and loose. I repeated this process twice until the water was clear, then I strained the rice and set it aside. Next, I'm going to saute finely diced onion in vegetable oil. Once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the onions to the pot and then I'll cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes just until it's softened. Then I'm going to add crushed ginger and cook it for about a minute or two. And I love the ginger that comes in a tube like this. It just makes it super convenient. Then I'm going to add the rice to the pot. And the way this is going to be done is that the rice is going to be cooked with all of the flavorings of the fried rice, such as soy sauce, Chinese sauce, ginger, and Chinese 5-spice. I must say that growing up in Guyana, I absolutely loved when the fried rice was cooked on the coal pot in an open flame. That char, that smokiness, there was just absolutely nothing like it. It took the fried rice to another level. The next step is to season the rice, and I'm using Chinese sauce and soy sauce. You can find the Chinese sauce at any Guyanese or Caribbean market. I'm also going to add green seasoning, and I'm going to have a recipe for that linked below in the description box. For the spices, I'm adding Chinese 5-spice powder, black pepper, salt, and a little bit of brown sugar. And then I'm going to give it a good stir and I'll add the water. And as always, if you're interested in making this recipe, it will be linked below the video in the description box. It's going to lead you over to my blog, Gian Can Cook, where you'll be able to access the recipe where you can print it, download it, or email it. I'm also going to add some chicken bouillon powder for even more flavor. I'm going to let it come to a boil. Then I'm going to place the cover on the pot and turn the heat down to a simmer and allow this to cook. And let it cook for 15 minutes, then remove it from the heat and let it sit for an additional 10 minutes. Now, because I am going to fry this again, I want to make sure that the rice cools down. Now, yes, essentially you can do this the night before, but for most people, we cook the day of. So this is the fastest way to cool it down. I just simply place it into a baking pan, fluff it with a fork, and allow it to cool. At this point, you can taste the rice to see if it needs any additional seasoning, and I added just a little bit more salt. For the vegetables, I'm using boro and shredded carrots. I'm going to saute it for just a minute or two because my boro is frozen, but if the boro was fresh, you can add it directly to the rice along with the carrots. And I'm going to stir fry this for just about 2 minutes or so because you don't want to overcook the vegetables. Next, I'm going to add the rice, and if you've noticed, I've switched to a large frying pan. It's going to fry better in this versus the smaller pot. And I'm just going to mix this up just to make sure that the vegetables are evenly distributed throughout the fried rice. I'm going to add in some chopped scallions, and I like to leave that to fry for just a little bit so that some of the rice could essentially kind of toast a little bit on the bottom, and it gives you these nice crispy pieces that adds a ton of flavor. I'm going to turn off the heat, then add finely shredded cabbage and mix that in. And that's it. That's all it takes to make this delicious fried rice, and I hope you give it a try.